You did something embarrassing today. Maybe you snapped at someone who didn't deserve it. Maybe you spent 40 minutes scrolling through things that made you miserable. Maybe you bought something you didn't need because it was on sale. Maybe you spent the whole day worrying about something that will probably never happen. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you thought, why do I keep doing this? Here's the answer nobody gives you. Your brain is not a modern machine. It is a 50,000-year-old survival device, and it is running in a world it was never built for. Every weird, irrational, self-destructive thing your brain does made perfect sense once. It kept your ancestors alive long enough to have children, and those children had children, and eventually, one of them was you. The problem is the world changed. Your brain didn't. This is the story of 5 bugs in your mental software. 5 things your brain does every single day that made sense in the Stone Age and are quietly wrecking your life right now. Bug number 1. You notice everything bad. Think about the last 10 things you thought about today. How many were problems? How many were threats? How many were things that could go wrong? Most people, when they ask themselves that question honestly, get a number somewhere around 7 or 8 out of 10. That's not pessimism. That's not a bad attitude. That's a system called negativity bias, and it was the single most important feature your ancestors had. Here's why. Imagine 2 prehistoric humans. One notices every rustle in the grass, every shadow at the edge of camp, every slight change in the air. They are constantly scanning for danger. They sleep badly. They startle easily. They seem anxious and paranoid. The other one is relaxed, optimistic. They enjoy the sunshine. They don't worry much. A leopard comes at night. The anxious one wakes up. The relaxed one doesn't. The anxious one survived. The anxious one had children. You are descended from the anxious one. Psychologist Rick Hansen put it simply. The brain is like Velcro for negative experiences and Teflon for positive ones. Good things slide off. Bad things stick. A compliment you got last week, can you remember it? A criticism you got last month? Still there, isn't it? That's not weakness. That's engineering. Ancient. Effective. Completely wrong for the world you live in. Your brain cannot tell the difference between a leopard and a passive-aggressive email from your manager. To your nervous system, both are threats. Both get the same alarm bells. Both get remembered for weeks. The leopard made sense to worry about. The email probably doesn't, but your brain doesn't know that. It just knows, pay attention to danger. All of it, always. Bug number 2. You care too much about what people think. You replay conversations in your head at 2 a.m. You change what you were going to say because you imagined how someone might react. You feel physically sick at the idea of being embarrassed in public. This seems ridiculous in the modern world. Who cares? Your ancestors did, desperately. For almost all of human history, being rejected by your group was a death sentence. Not a metaphorical one, a real one. You could not hunt alone. You could not survive winter alone. You could not raise children alone. If your tribe decided you were a problem, if they stopped sharing food with you, if they stopped defending you, if they walked away, you died. Usually within days. Social rejection was a survival threat. So your brain evolved a system to prevent it at all costs. It monitors what other people think of you, constantly, obsessively. It runs social simulations in the background 24 hours a day, calculating how every action will be perceived. Neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman calls this the social brain. It never switches off. In the Stone Age, this system was brilliant. It kept you in good standing with the 20 people your survival depended on. Today, you have 7 billion potential judges. The internet gives your ancient social monitoring system access to millions of strangers who will never affect your survival in any way, and it treats every single one of them like a tribesman who controls your food supply. This is why a stranger's comment online can ruin your day. This is why public speaking feels worse than almost anything. This is why you are still thinking about something awkward you said in 2019. Your brain categorized it as a survival threat, and survival threats don't get forgotten easily. Bug number 3. You want more than you need. You got a raise. For about 3 days, you felt great. Then it felt normal. Then you started thinking about a bigger raise. You bought the thing you wanted. For about a week, it was everything. Then it became just another thing. Then you started wanting something else. This feeling has a name, hedonic adaptation, and it has been driving humans insane for 50,000 years. Here's the prehistoric logic. Enough is dangerous. Enough means you stop. Enough means you sit still while your neighbor gathers more berries, builds a better shelter, finds a better water source. Enough means you fall behind. Enough means you die. So your brain never lets you feel enough. The moment you get something, it recalibrates. The new level becomes the baseline, and the drive to get more switches back on. In the Stone Age, this was brilliant. It kept you gathering, building, improving, surviving. Today, it means you are chasing a feeling that will never arrive. The philosopher Schopenhauer noticed this 200 years ago. He said human desire is like a pendulum, swinging between suffering and boredom. You want something, you suffer. You get it, you're briefly satisfied, then bored, then wanting again. He was describing hedonic adaptation before anyone had named it. The worst part is this. Research by psychologist Sonia Lubomirsky shows that only 10% of your happiness comes from your circumstances. 10%. The car, the job, the house, the body, 10%. 50% is your genetic set point. You were basically born with a happiness range, and you tend to return to it no matter what happens to you. 40% is your daily behavior and thinking. Your brain was built to keep you wanting, not to make you happy. Wanting kept your ancestors alive. Contentment would have killed them. Bug number 4. You eat like there is no tomorrow. You weren't hungry, but the food was there, and somehow it's gone. This one is almost too obvious once you understand it. Your ancestors faced one nutritional problem for almost all of human existence. Famine was the default state. Feast was the exception. When food appeared, when the hunt succeeded, when the berries were ripe, when the bees left the honey, you ate everything. You ate until you physically couldn't eat anymore, because you had no idea when food was coming again. Your brain has a specific system for this. When high-calorie food appears, fat, sugar, salt, it releases dopamine, not just pleasure, urgency. Eat this now, eat as much as possible. Do not stop. That system is still running, perfectly intact. The food industry knows exactly how to exploit it. Every chip, every crisp, every fast food formula is engineered to hit the exact combination of fat, salt, and sugar. Your brain cannot distinguish between genuine famine scarcity and a supermarket shelf. It sees high-calorie food and it says, eat all of it, now, before it's gone. It is not a lack of willpower. It is a 50,000-year-old system encountering a world it was never designed for. Bug number 5. You think in tribes. There is an us, there is a them, and your brain treats the difference as life and death. You know this feeling. Your team wins and you feel personally victorious. Your political side loses and you feel personally attacked. Someone criticizes something you believe and it feels like they are attacking you. None of this is rational, but all of it is ancient. For most of human prehistory, the group you belonged to was everything. Your tribe fed you, protected you, raised your children with you, mourned you when you died. Outside the tribe was danger. Outside the tribe was the unknown. Outside the tribe were people competing for the same food, the same water, the same land. Tribal thinking was survival thinking. Your brain has a specific structure for this. The amygdala, the ancient alarm system at the base of your brain, responds differently to in-group and out-group faces. It processes out-group faces with more threat detection, more suspicion, less empathy. Psychologist Henry Tajfel showed this in a famous experiment. He divided strangers into groups based on nothing, literally a coin flip. Within minutes, people favored their own group. Within hours, they were hostile to the other. It takes nothing to trigger tribal thinking. A shared shirt color, a shared city, a shared opinion on something completely trivial. Your brain is looking for the tribe constantly, and once it finds one, it protects it. In the Stone Age, this kept your actual tribe alive. Today, it means the comment section of any video about anything is a war zone. Here is the quiet truth underneath all of this. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not irrational. You are not failing at being a person. You are a Stone Age human in a world that appeared about 200 years ago. That world, the screens, the cities, the infinite food, the 7 billion strangers, arrived so fast that evolution couldn't keep up. Your brain is still solving problems that no longer exist. It is still scanning for leopards in the dark, still rationing food for a famine that isn't coming, still protecting a tribe of 20 in a world of billions. Evolutionary biologist Robert Trivers spent 40 years studying this. He said the human brain is not optimized for happiness. It is optimized for reproduction, for survival, for passing on genes. Happiness was never the goal, but here's the thing nobody tells you at the end of this kind of video. Knowing the bug doesn't remove the bug. You will still feel the anxiety, still spiral on what people think, still want more after getting enough, still overeat when the food is good, still feel the tribal pull, but there is a difference between being controlled by a system and understanding that system. Your ancestors didn't know why they woke up terrified at 3 a.m. They just woke up terrified. You know why? That's not nothing. That is the one thing the Stone Age version of you didn't have. You can see the software, and sometimes, just sometimes, you can choose not to